how can agents work with a mortgage broker?
So there's two distinct areas I'll split this distinctly into. I think one is existing pipeline, which is really valuable, I think, to just about everybody on here, including us, by the way. And the second is what to do in terms of new business coming through. So if I talk about pipeline, which is very hot at the moment, and thankfully it's starting to pay out quite quickly, which is nice, probably because the front end slowed down. But fundamentally with pipeline at the moment, if everybody in a chain is completely aligned with when fixed rate or sort of mortgage offers on fixed rates or any other product for that matter expire, which is typically 6 months. You've got 6 months validity to a mortgage offer. Occasionally it's 3 months, and sometimes with new homes it's a lot longer, obviously. But if you just say, for sake of argument, it's 6 months, a lot of disappointment can be avoided if every single party in that chain is fully cognizant of when certain offer rates expire. Now, what we're in at the moment is that lovely period where everything's completing seamlessly. Now, we are seeing a few fall throughs, as we know, but there's going to come a time fairly soon where if those chains haven't completed, mortgage offers are going to expire. And we haven't really seen that come through, I don't think, in the fall through data yet.
What would you be saying to agents that agents could then be talking to vendors and applicants about? You know, what tools do we need to give agents to counterbalance that perhaps a negative outlook in the mainstream media?
Well, I'd just love to be an estate agent again, quite frankly. I can't imagine.
It can be arranged, trust me.
I can't imagine. I mean, you pointed out Ian's tenure and Nathan's 28 years or whatever it is. Unfortunately, I've got a few more grey hairs than blonde. But the reality is, in my time in this industry, I actually believe that 2023, for the best agents, for the better agents, is absolutely going to be the perfect conditions that we want. You know, we don't want a marketplace as estate agents where anybody can just come along, charge a stupid discounted fee, and the deal will go through eventually or not, and the best agents have to do all the bloody hard work to drive all the transactions through. We want a market where the consumer actually sees the value that the best agents bring to the table, and I think the conditions are perfectly set up for that. And Lou, we've just come off the back of our group month with our Property Academy members, and I've met with 100 agency leaders in the last month. And every month when we meet, I ask them for 3 scores: personal score, business right now, and outlook. And I said, look, what's your outlook score for 2023? And the average is 8.7 out of 10. Now,
wow.
And over 95% of them were over 8, right? So, it's the mood out there is so contrasting to what the media would have you believe. Now, Ben makes some incredibly important points about the structure of the markets as a whole. And when you've got an organisation the size and scale of MAB, they're looking at things understandably on a national basis and indeed taking into account all the macroeconomics. But the reality is, for most estate agents watching this, they operate in a microeconomy, right? They're operating in their marketplace. And I think that this is where those best agents will be able to provide consumers with great advice, whether it be financial advice, such as Mortgage Advice Bureau can provide, or whether it be just general estate agency advice. And when it comes to this thing about landlords and selling up, I mean, all that's going to do, surely, right? One is provide agents with loads of stock, which they've been short of for quite some time. 2, that's going to drive rents up, right? And that's going to encourage landlords to come back in, is it not? If you can see rising rents. So I'm almost tempted to put an application in and see if I can sign up again as an estate agent, quite frankly.